Well, hello everybody, I'm Serta, and welcome back to Parcel Simulator. So, we had that big update. In the previous video I went through the things that we got, and this is one of them. So it's basically a full merger, a very, very nice add-on. More importantly, we were able to upgrade the belts coming out of the trucks through an upgrade. But that has caused problems. So if you watched the last episode, I whipped the shelves out because the shelf loaders are actually slowing everything down. We need to get that flow better, but once we do that, like I did over here, we find that there's a bit of a problem because one of these sticker checkers is not going to work. We might actually need 3 or more, I don't know, but we're going to try a new setup, and I'm going to do it in this area. I'm going to break everything here down, and we are sort of limited to coming to about here, and I'd like to fit everything that I need to do into that space, and that will require a complete rework. And if we're doing 3 of these, we might need 2 of the weight checkers. I think after that we should be okay with 1 of each. Anyway, that is the plan, and that's what we're going to do. We'll sort out this one, and if it works, then we'll be able to implement that setup elsewhere. But as a result of this update, we're probably not going to be able to do this, where we bring parcels from 2 gates and we merge them into basically 1 checking line. That is not going to work very well anymore. I'm going to have to set it up, make it as compact as possible so that we can have basically 1 setup like this at every gate. So there's a lot to do. Let's get stuck in. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, let's start clearing things up. I'm just going to package things, we can move them out of the way. We are going to be getting rid of these because we're not going to use those anymore, so we're probably going to sell them, otherwise they're just going to end up getting in the way. And maybe I'll get myself a couple more pallets, the big ones. It might be worth it just to store everything. So let's do that. So yeah, the big pallets, add, I think I'll get 4. That should do it. And check out. Cool thing is we can take 1 out, open it up, and then go and pick up the other 3. All sorted. And I think I'll just use this little area over here for all the storage. Let's put that down, open it up, and start packing up the stuff that we don't need anymore. Well, stuff that we'll probably need later. So this is a start. Right, there you go. All done. I'm going to start building out this little entryway, and that is the last one. So I just basically used up the straight conveyors that I could find in the old setup, and I've repurposed them to go over here. Now we need to split this, and I did say that I wanted to try and keep it tight within this area, so I might need to bring this around and back in. But first, let me unpack this and let's see if we can figure out how we're going to do this. Because the declines need to go over that way. The approved needs to go over this way. And I could, if I put a splitter in somewhere around here and pull that out to there, we just have no way of really jumping belts over short distances. So let me go on my tablet. I'll get a couple more of these. Oh, there's one thing that I forgot to get. Let's put these down outside and go and order the smart splitter, which is this one. And add that to basket and check out. There it is. Good. Right, so we have the smart splitter and we can split 3 ways. So if I bring this belt around, plug it into here, and then we're going to need some space. And I'm honestly not quite sure how to do this exactly. I have 1 there, because now we have to have the declines come out and go in that direction, and the approveds come out and go in that direction. We can flip them. Let me put that over there, and then flip the middle one, like that. Rotate it around. Okay, so we got 2 positives coming out. They can join a line and head to the rest of the process. And then we're going to have the 2 negatives come out on, over here. So let's grab this other machine and flip that, rotate it, something like that, maybe. And we'll have to have a bend coming out of here or a junction to bring it into the next part of the checking process. Now, I have no idea if these 3 are going to be able to handle everything that's coming in. I think they will. I'll grab some bends. We'll set this up so that will go in there. And we'll throw those belts to there. And then, we'll do that. Rotate that around, that in, and then 1 more straight piece. And that can feed into there. Now, I wonder if I shouldn't bring this all forward by 1 and have a gap because I don't want things getting stuck on here because they're waiting to go into there. Okay, cool. That means that this one can come through that over into that machine, that one over to there, and the bend will come over into that spot. Okay, good. Now we don't have much space on the belt, so these machines have to process everything. And then the tricky part, because now we need to bring everything out. And this is where we are going to need the ramps. And the ramps, unfortunately, slow the whole process down. And this might be one place that we could use the new junctions. So I could put that... let's see, we want that to go in that direction. And do I have any more? I think I do. I do. And then this, we are going to want to come over in that direction. But we need to leave space to be able to hop belts. And then we've also got outputs on this side for no sticker. So let's put that over there. So that plugs in nicely. Then we need another straight bit. And that goes into there. So we've got approved ones that can come out and go down the line that would join into a line going that way. And then the declined ones will need to come out this way. And we're going to need ramps coming straight out of the no inspection sticker because these are the ones that come through. So this will need to be a merger, and this will be the busiest one. So let's grab one of these, and we're going to bring it out to allow for space for the ramps. Things can change. Actually, do I need this? Give me a second. Could I use the old one? No, I couldn't. Unfortunately, yeah, I wouldn't be able to use that one here. So it will need to be this one. I might need to spread these out a little bit more even. Hang on, I'm going to need some ramps. Okay, the bridge conveyor, that's the one I'm looking for. Now it's 3 wide. I don't know, there's no other way to move things over other belts over a short distance. And the unfortunate thing is you can only have one package on a belt. And that is considered one piece of belt. This is considered one piece of belt as well, but it only moves at 1/3 of the speed. So it's a concern. I'll get 3 of them. Don't know if I need all 3. Let's go and have a look. And we'll see if we can make this work somehow. So we could have... the decline belt is going to come straight out. We need to hop over that, but we also need to hop over that. Ah, man. This is going to need to be spread out a little bit more, because we can only put 1 belt under this. Can we? Actually, I can't remember. Let's check. Well, not really, but it's going to clip. We could put 3 belts under that, but it's going to clip. But there may not be a better way to do it. We are kind of restricted with what we have. So if I was to do that, then I could switch these 2 around, like that. Put 1 over... Wait, do I need to do that? If I turn that, I could put that there. That would bring this out. We'd also then be able to bring out that one to go that way. We would need another one to head in the other direction, over there. Then we could bring the declined ones out. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Well, I have a feeling that the bigger boxes are going to clip through the top here. I don't know how it's going to affect things coming out of these machines. But now I need to switch this and the other one back. So that, like that. And if I do the declined ones first, then I need a bend to go... This might need more space than I thought it would. Then I need to switch these back. Rotate that out that way. Pick that up. Turn that to there. And see if I can track down another bend. There we go. Got a couple. That would then go. Flip it and rotate like that. No, it wouldn't. Oh, man. Yep, that's not going to work. I think I had that in the right place. That may need to go over there. Okay, this is stretching my brain a bit. What we really need in here are conveyor lifts and being able to go multi-height with the belts. In other words, be able to have one straight piece like at a level above. Conveyor lift, straight, 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 and then conveyor lift down. Because that coming out of there, that's fine. This is definitely in the wrong place. So that one is going to need to squeeze out. I had this the right way around. Let's move that into this position. Oh, wait, hang on. This is the... What the heck am I doing? Give me a second. I need to try something here. Yeah, no, that's right. Okay, and then I just need to switch this back again. So, like that. And then this one needs to go there, and I need another straight bit to come out of there. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a crazy mess coming through here. Move that bend out of the way. We'll need that somewhere soon. Unpack that. This will go over there, and that's going to send all the approved ones down the line. So that is good. One more straight bit in there. And another one over here. That is going in the wrong direction. Into that spot, and yeah, that will sort all the approved ones. Now, to get the declined ones, those will come out. So those two machines come out, they join this machine, and then they can head over to this line. I feel like I will be causing big problems only having single lines. Even if they go fast, they may get full. Ah, bummer. I just realized I have to hop over this one as well. I don't even know if there's an easier way to do this. Problem is, it's going to take up a whole lot of space because I need to basically merge all three of these and then split them again into two. And that still has to come out here. So, oh, geez. No, man, this is not going to work. Well, it can work. I'm going to need a ramp over here as well. This is a serious mess right here. So that'll come out. It'll go over there. Man, this is going to use up way more space than I was expecting. But now we have a bit of a problem because this needs to jump. Well, I suppose it could. It's going to look ugly. I'm wondering if it will help if I move this whole belt system just one up, or maybe even two up. I think if I moved it one up, I could make something happen here. You know, I need a box. I need to test something. I'll take one of the big ones, and I need to drop it down. No, not there. Yeah, it does go through, but it clips so badly. I'm going to be very upset if I find that I only need two of these machines. Yeah, even if I do that, I'm still going to have two belts coming through somehow. Yeah, maybe. This has become a little nuts and it still won't work. And I'm trying to stay within the bounds of the area that we have to work with between the gates so that I could do the setup again in front of other gates. I can't go any wider. That being the case, I need to go along that wall. I need to spread these out even more. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and figure this out, and once I've got something, I will be with you. Okay, folks, this is what I've come up with. So, it comes out of the gate. It heads up this way. There are smart splitters splitting off into each of the sticker checker machines up to the end. Now, I would have liked to have had that balanced, but for space, if I'm taking the rest of the place into account, this is the best way I could have done it. So it goes into 3 sticker checkers. These 3 sticker checkers come out. No inspection sticker applied comes through from each of them into this connector, and that goes into here, into 2 weight checkers, which get split. Now, I would have preferred, in fact, maybe I should change this now. Yeah, I think I'm going to change this and put this one over here. And I am just going to need to remove this and put a bend in. And I've got 1 bend left. Rotate that into place and put it in. Then I'm going to need to remove that, put that over there, take this and put it into that position. Right, I have one now, so let's put that one into there. So the 3 sticker checkers come through and they meet up over here, and then they're split equally between 2 weight checkers. The weight checkers output onto this line, and that goes through the rest of the system. Now, I'm hoping I don't need any more, because space-wise, not going to be so easy to do. Right, the early approval from the sticker checkers, the approved ones go onto this belt, and they head straight out to where our existing approved line went through into that area. Okay, so they all ramp over, and then they do that. The declined ones come out of the sticker checkers onto ramps, which is why these are so far apart, because I needed to bring these belts in underneath. These go over, they join in. Yep, there's another problem. Always good to do a run through. And, gosh, now I have to go and buy another one of those. So that would go in there. Okay, right. So all the declined ones come out, they go onto this belt, and they head out to here. The declined ones from the weight checkers come through, they join that same belt, they head through this direction. And then the declined ones from all of these join up very nicely with these new mergers, and they head out to the same line, and that carries on to where it was before. Now, these lines, this is going to be a big test. I'm going to run the day. Well, I'm going to have to close this day first, but I'm going to run the day and see how busy these lines get, because with all of the new packages coming in, these lines may actually choke up, and I might need to do something different. And that different may mean, especially for space, is we have all of the sticker checking processing happening in one place. That goes to another place where we do all the weight checking and so on. We're going to have to see how that works. But first, we're going to have a sleep, and we'll see how it goes in the morning. And it's morning, we're going to head in, and we're going to start the day. The main thing I want to check is, first of all, how does our new system handle the extra influx? Do we need 3, or can we get away with 2? Is this going to flow? Is anything going to clog up? I just want this door to open and close as quickly as possible. So let's open and keep an eye on this for the day. And once I know that everything's working, then I'll go back into painting belts. So why are they stopping? Oh, belts. Belt upgrades. I need to run along, check all the belt upgrades, make sure that they're all done all the way down the line, because there are a whole bunch of new belts that I brought in. Alright, are these still sticking? Why are they sticking right there? Right, we seem to... Oh, I've got a belt in the wrong direction over here, so... just do that. Does that mean I have this junction incorrectly done? No, that's right. What is going on here? Oh, come on, guys, don't get stuck. These are all flowing in the right direction. That's flowing in the right direction. Yep, and you can't pause anything. Everything here is in the right direction. This is all going to back up. It's going to stuff up all my results. I should maybe have just left this the way it was. Are these getting stuck because that one's on the floor? Can't be. Yep, it can be. Ah, that was the reason. And this is the wrong direction. There we go. So that should sort that out as well. Darn it. Okay, well, troubleshooting. What are you doing? Now, for some reason, this one doesn't want to go up the ramp. Oh, right. It's because everything here is jammed. And why are we jammed? What the heck is going on here? Oh, I think I've got this one in the wrong direction. Did I have it in the wrong... Oh, man, now I can't pick that parcel up. Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, every time I pick this darn thing up, another one falls in the hole. There. I think I got that. Just had to be fast. So that's moving... Well, this is very frustrating. But at least I'm able to see what is going on. On this side, what is going on here? Oh, it's that little parcel sitting on the floor that I cannot pick up, and as soon as I do, something is going to bum out. Yeah, you just have to replace them very quickly. Okay, this is working again. There is one on the floor here. That is an approved one. So we can shove this over there. Yeah, so we had a backup, but it was because of everything down the line. Now that I think I've located all the issues, we can run again. And I'm going to have lots of... Oh, geez, you know, I wasn't concentrating on what day of the week it was. So I have a lot of errors today, because this should be closed. Wow. Well, today was a total hash-up. Why is this here? Was I going to... Oh, that's another problem. I seem to be missing some belts. Alright, I forgot to start recording again. But what I've done is I've got the 3 sticker checkers, and the way I've set it up is basically they would come through, split off, and then, well, for now I've realized that I might only need 2, so this is probably all going to change again, because I just disconnected that belt and 2 sticker checkers are handling quite well. My problem is that they're coming through so fast that I'm stuck over here. So it's possible that I might need to expand to 2 cargo type checkers and maybe even 2 country checkers, because this is where the blockage is happening. I'm going to have to refine this design. So the answer to the big question is yes, 2 of the sticker checkers can handle the new upgraded belts from the trucks. That's not a problem at all. And then they would feed into 2 weight checkers. Yep, I'm not even going to bother to go through this layout with you because this is all going to change again. Although this is not really backing up that much. The problem is the outputs. The declined ones, there's just so many. And I have no idea how I'm going to fix that up. We've only got 2 outgoing ports. Yeah, it does look like we're starting to back up a little bit on the weight checkers. But that's only because they can't get through. But in the meantime, this is working perfectly. And it's working with 2 sticker checkers. Right, it is the end of the day. We've had no backup at the gate. Everything has flowed out. Gate is opened, closed, and opened again. No issues. Only issue we're having is further down the line. And as long as this carries on working, we could get away with exactly this system without the extra sticker checker. It would just take some time at the end of the day to finish everything going through. I would prefer to make that a little bit smoother. Maybe have a second cargo type checker. But I think I could do that, and now that I know that I have a little bit more space to work with, that is possible because there's a whole bunch of stuff that can move out. And this one single loop is enough to keep everything flowing. In fact, I don't even know if I need that, but I'm going to leave it in. Alright, well, I'm going to have to rework this. One moment, please. We have a new layout, and I think it's going to work. I took inspiration from this side, and basically everything comes through, splits off, goes into 2 sticker checkers. The decline goes out that way, joins up with the declines going down the line. Those go straight through to weight checkers, 1 each. These weight checkers go through to cargo type checkers, 1 each. With everything feeding over the belts the way they should. With ramps feeding out on the less critical areas. For example, the approved from the sticker checkers and the decline from the cargo types. I think this works. At the end, I merge the two and I put them into the rest of the system, which works as normal. Which I have just moved over, and it's freed up a lot of space. And I think I'm within my limit now. I could actually save even more space by bringing these back up, but I'm not going to do that. Because we're going to run another day and test out how that goes. But it is Monday, so we can open up the rail. And then I am going to open the gates and let's see how the day goes. And we're open. All of these things should be upgraded because I didn't buy any new belts. I've got a whole bunch saved. There they are. Let's keep an eye on this and see how it goes. No blockage. Everything is through before the next bunch even hit the splitter. Good. So I think this side is fine. I have no doubt we'll handle the weight. So now it's just a matter of watching the cargo type and seeing if there's any backup there. And then also further down the line. So far, so good. Okay, we've got a little bit of a blockage going. And I think there's actually one here that isn't upgraded. So I'll sort that out. Right, yes. So there is a blockage over here. And why is that? Oh, because I put something the wrong way around again. There we go. That fixes that, so that's the reason this was blocking up. Hopefully we can clear that line very quickly. Yeah, everything up at the front is still working perfectly. And now I just see issues happening over in the distance. What's happening over here? Oh, these are just taking a moment to get through. But there's a pile of boxes on the other side. What's happened there? These have all fallen off this belt. Yep, it's getting a little bit too busy for this. I don't know how we're going to solve that. We can't go any faster. And if things are bouncing onto the floor over here, then there's a good chance there's things bouncing onto the belt over there. And that's going to give us errors. No idea how I'm going to solve that. Is there something down the line that's not upgraded? These are all upgraded. That's all upgraded. They just seem to stop here instead of just flowing straight in. That little stop, that is causing an issue. I wonder how that's happening. I have no idea why that's happening. I don't think it's normal. Let's have a look at this one. No, that just flows straight through. No issues. I have to go and check the other one. Yeah, looking down here, that one also doesn't stop. It just flows straight in. Odd. In the meantime, we do have a blockage here. I think it's still a relic of the mistake that I made earlier. But it sort of clears up and then it backs up again. But my biggest concern was making sure that everything flows out of the gate. And that is working. I'll have to wait until the end of the day. I see I'm getting errors. So chances are it's incorrect stickers. Let's have a look at our tablet. Invalid approval. Cargo type was invalid. Cargo type. Incorrect. Export door. Rail. Yep. Invalid country approval. Invalid approval. Yeah, so that little mess up over there is causing problems. And it's only because of that little stop that it's doing. Because, yeah, these things are jumping onto this belt. So we're getting... let me try and clear this. Although, I don't know if it's going to help at all. Yep. It's that little stop, man. It needs to not stop there. It needs to just flow. Wonder if I pick it up and immediately... Whoops. No, I didn't want to do that. Immediately replace it. Will that solve the problem? No, it's still stopping over here. Maybe it's just flowing through too quickly. And it's waiting for it to get down past a certain point on the ramp before it launches. Either way, that's a big problem. Well, the day has ended. We had no backup on the back end. Everything looks good. And I think if we set this whole thing up and it all is running like this, I don't think that the two declined ports are going to be able to handle the load. I think the reason that stop-start is happening is because there's already too much on the belt. But yeah, that's a problem for a different day. So that's my setup. It works, it gets everything through. It could run a little bit smoother, but, you know, it's working. So I'm not concerned at all. I answered my question. 2 sticker checkers are actually able to handle the fully upgraded delivery system coming in without any backup shelves needed. And that is where I'm going to leave this one. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it was informative. If you liked this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications, and leave me your comments. And if there's a better way to set this up, I could probably make it a little more compact, but this works. And I'm probably going to test it out in a couple other places. Don't know about the denied. I think it can only handle so much. Let's go and see if there's a stoppage for anything going through now. We'll load up a couple and see how that happens. So there's a big gap over here. Is there a stop? There's no stop. So yeah, if there's something on the conveyor... Oh, what happened there? Let's just check. Oh, it was because it was submitting. If they're far apart, they're fine. But I can't upgrade the belts anymore. So unfortunately, that is that. If we could upgrade the belts more, I could get these things out faster. That would solve the problem if we didn't have another declined door. But thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, cheers!